In the sprawling African savanna, survival is a delicate balance. For the heavyweights of this landscape, the rhinos, hippos, and buffalo, a thick hide is a primary defense. But this armor is entirely defenseless against a microscopic enemy, the tick. Enter the red-billed oxpecker. For decades, biology textbooks hailed this bird as a savior, a dedicated groundskeeper of the savanna, offering an exclusive spa service. The deal seemed simple. The host gets a deep clean and relief from disease-carrying parasites, and the bird gets an all-you-can-eat buffet. Perfect mutualism. It is a partnership so iconic, it represents the very concept of animals working together. From giraffes to zebras, no giant is without its tiny avian companion. The mammals enter a state of deep relaxation, surrendering to the grooming. But nature is rarely so innocent. Modern field cameras and tireless researchers began to notice a darker truth. The oxpeckers weren't just eating any ticks. They were highly selective. They exclusively sought out ticks that were already bursting with the host's blood. They weren't hunting for bugs. They were hunting for blood. And when the tick supply runs low, the bird's true nature is revealed. The oxpecker becomes a vampire.
They actively pick at healing scabs, intentionally keeping the wounds open and weeping. They drink the blood directly from their massive, living hosts. This constant microtrauma slows down healing and exposes the giant mammals to severe infections. But the invasion of privacy doesn't stop at blood. The birds are known to drink the tears straight from the eyes of their hosts to harvest the salt. They plunge deep into the ear canals, mining for nutrient-dense earwax. The line between helpful mutualist and literal parasite is completely shattered. So why do these massive, powerful beasts tolerate this blood-sucking annoyance? It all comes down to a desperate biological trade-off. Rhinoceroses, for all their brawn, are nearly blind. They can only see clearly for about 30 feet. Everything beyond that is a dangerous mystery. In the African bush, poor eyesight is an open invitation for apex predators. And for humanity, a stealthy predator can easily close the distance before the blind giant even knows it's being hunted. The rhino is a walking fortress, but without scouts, the fortress can be breached. The cost of a surprise attack is death. But the oxpecker sees everything. Pushed atop their living watchtowers, their vision is unparalleled.
The moment danger approaches, the birds sound the alarm. They emit a harsh, piercing hiss, an unmistakable siren of the savanna. Instantly, the blind giant is awakened. It wheels around, horn lowered, transforming from a passive victim into a deadly weapon. The element of surprise is gone. The predator retreats, calculating that a direct fight with a 2-ton tank isn't worth the risk. The rhino survives to graze another day. And the birds return to their posts. The rhino barely registers the sharp pinch as the bird goes back to drinking its blood. It is the ultimate biological tax. A small loss of blood and a few open sores are a price they gladly pay to keep the most effective security system in the wild. It's not a fairy tale friendship. It's an uneasy, gritty alliance forged by necessity. In nature, nothing is free. Sometimes, survival simply means choosing the lesser evil.